Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey and this is the all-new 2026 Toyota RAV4 in the limited trim. And in this video, I'm going to take you for a drive. So before we hop in this one, yes, I have the new limited trim. This is part of the 3-tier structure Toyota is going for in the RAV4. This is the everyman face on what we will see on SE and XSE and anything that's not the GR Sport or the Woodland. So this is a very handsome face. You can see our LED running lights, fog lights, that new hammerhead grill lighting signature there on the front, but very cleaned up design. As we come to the inside though, that's where we will see a lot of the big changes and improvements to the RAV4. So again, this is the limited trim. We have heated and ventilated SofTex seats. We have some suede inserts here. 2-person memory here for the driver's seat. We'll talk more about the dash when we're actually sitting behind it, but I did want to look here in the back seat. You can see this is where I have been sitting. I've got plenty of room back here. We do have heated outboard, just single stage heated outboard seat, 15-watt USB-C power. We've got storage back here, which is nice. Pull down armrest with a couple cup holders all the way around. Very nice. We do have a panoramic glass roof and good visibility all the way around. But this is a driver view, so let's hop behind the wheel and see how it does that. First thing I want to note getting behind the wheel, new gauge cluster here, new screen here. I did just get out of that red one over there, the GR Sport, which is built more for sportiness and gazoo racing and all that fun stuff. This limited is built more for luxury. So you can see 2-person memory seats here. You can see heated and ventilated seats, which I can turn on very easily, or I can do automatic, which is nice. We still get physical buttons here for HVAC. We have auto there. Fan speed is digital. We still get a volume knob, but this whole screen setup is new. We never had a home screen before. We now have a dedicated home screen. You can customize it, put different tiles throughout, which is nice, but then we have all our shortcuts here. We do have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto here in this one. I'll put some B-roll over from when I was in the GR Sport. I'm just not hooking it up here while I'm in this one. Some other luxuries, we get 2 wireless chargers up here. We only got 1 in the GR Sport, but I will say it's hard plastic. Everything, this is a little bit more rubbery than what we saw in the GR Sport, but hard plastic. That's got a little bit of rubber to it. We've got a very damped glove box there, but a lot of hard plastics in here. I'm wondering just how it's going to weather family life. Are we going to get a lot of rattles from things sitting here? We also have this very large storage pocket right here on the grab hold, which is very interesting. A raised panel here that is kind of reminiscent of the old 4Runner where it was up here. You can see visibility before I set off is pretty good all the way around, including the back windows back there. And then this center console opens both directions, but also removes, flips over. Now it's a table. Again, more of that hard plastic, or I can use it as a writing tablet wherever I need it. But just some cool little touches. Something else that is different from the GR I was in is this little baby shifter. So you can see reverse right there. We've got 360 cameras. Put it in drive there. P for park. We do have parking functions here in this one. We have a quick access camera button. But we get additional power up here. We did not get 45-watt power in the front seat of the GR. So this really is built more for family life. You're going to want to charge your phone fast. You're going to want to get in this for a road trip, and that's exactly what this thing is for. Speaking of road tripping it, all hybrids moving forward in the RAV4 family. So this is a traditional hybrid, not the plug-in hybrid like the GR Sport. So you can see I can go into EV mode here, and it'll stay in EV mode until I press the throttle. Unlike the GR Sport, which will stay in EV mode because it's got enough power from the electric motors It's basically a secondary propulsion system. This one is your traditional hybrid, so it works like many other Toyota hybrids. It'll drive around in EV mode until the battery gets too low or until I just jam the accelerator, which you heard it beep at me. That was it saying, okay, I'm giving up on EV mode, and the gas engine came on. I can hear it under the hood. We have a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder there under the hood. Decent power from this one. We're just going to do a quick run around the historic downtown here in Boerne, Texas. This is a speed date, after all, of all these new vehicles. Having just gotten out of, and I mean just gotten out of, the GR Sport, I can already tell you the suspension in this one is more compliant. The GR Sport does have a Gazoo Racing tuned sport suspension. It has different wheels and tires than this Limited. This Limited is built for comfort and for families. Again, 2-person memory seat, heated and ventilated seat. This thing is built for comfort. This is going to be the one that you get to drive around, road trip, run to soccer practice, whatever the case may be. This is going to be your luxurious, nice RAV4. This is as nice as it gets as far as creature comforts. You can probably already tell, I know I can see here, the engine has already turned back off. It's like, okay, he's not begging me for more power. So here, driving through town, it is going to default to that electric motor as much as possible. But again, when I jab the accelerator, that is when that gas engine chimes in to fill the gap. So very seamless integration, like all hybrid systems from Toyota. Toyota is the leader in hybrid technology. They've been doing it the longest. I think they do it the best. And here we have a very polished system. So no notes, no complaints. It works as advertised. And nothing new to report there. What is new is, what does this ride like? And yes, it does ride a whole lot better than the GR Sport I just got out of. It is much more compliant. It is much more comfortable in here. I'm not complaining about the GR Sport, however. I did enjoy my time with that one and very much look forward to the next time I get to be behind the wheel of it. Fortunately, those don't even enter production, I believe, until this late spring. So we still have to wait a while on the GR Sport, whereas these Limiteds, if you can find them, are on sale now. You can get these from your Toyota dealership, but they are very hard to come by, to the point where Toyota is encouraging dealers to talk to customers. Do you really want the RAV4? Maybe you want a Highlander. Maybe you want a Grand Highlander. Maybe you want something else within the portfolio, just because these are so hard to get a hold of right now. The demand far exceeds the supply. And that just means that these are very highly sought after revisions to America's best-selling vehicle. While we're stopped here, I can talk about rearward visibility. You can see, I don't know if we've got the exact same angle with your vantage point from my forehead, but I can flip that right there. We have a camera feed. The camera is actually on the inside of the car behind the glass. So if I were to put my rear wiper on, it would actually clean this camera off. That is something that not a lot of competition does. A lot of competitors will put the camera outside the vehicle. And if you know anything about driving through grossness, the back of the vehicle gets the worst of it. So whether it's slush, snow, mud, it is potentially going to cake up on that camera. We don't have that problem here. My rear wiper can keep that clean, which is a very nice touch that Toyota does. It is a little weird when you see the wiper go across while driving, but it does make that very easy. But yes, sitting here in traffic, the engine's off. It is nice. It is quiet. My AC is going. I'm very comfortable. I can turn on my ventilated seat again if I want to. And then here, just setting off, Very easy to drive. I am getting a little bit of body roll here from this Limited. There is definitely more body roll to this platform than the GR Sport version I just got out of. But again, this is your commuter vehicle. This is your family vehicle. The GR Sport is the commuter family vehicle for someone who wants to drive like a hoonigan and just have a little bit of fun. But yes, this one, very simple, very easy to drive. You can see we've got a lot of controls here on the steering wheel in front of me. Lane keep, quick access button, adaptive cruise control, very quick. All of our controls down here for that. I can actually go ahead and pan through different screen layouts here on this new screen behind the steering wheel. So I have those traditional 3 panels set up on this, but I have a whole lot more screens that I can dig through here. I really do like this one the best. It just gives me a clear view of where my power is coming from, where it's going to, if I'm doing regenerative braking, which I am now just by coasting. It's putting a little bit of power back into the hybrid battery, and it's just making sure that again, we get the most out of the fuel economy in this one. You can see over 470 miles from when I got in this one in total. Unfortunately, we do not have a window sticker on this one, so I don't know exact pricing on this one, but future me will put my best estimation on screen from the online build and price tool, knowing exactly what was on this one from my time here in Bernie, driving it around. I can say very comfortable, very compliant. It is not harsh. It is not a beating to drive. It doesn't even feel like an appliance. Like it's plenty fine. It is. The seats are comfortable. I feel a little bit like I am sitting on the seats instead of in the seats. They're kind of flat and squarish. I can't say that they're uncomfortable. I am curious how they would be on a cross-Texas road trip, how it stacks up versus some of the competitors. I don't feel like there's a lot of bolstering on this to truly hold me in. It feels like a fairly flat seat design just from seat of the pants here sitting in this one. But for the most part, no complaints for seat comfort. I am just slightly curious of what it looks like for long-term comfort. You will notice as I took my foot off the brake, it does have cross traffic alert. So that's what all that beeping is, just letting me know that that Toyota Venza was coming, that I should not jump out in front of traffic just yet. Just warning me, hey, pay attention to your surroundings around you. So yes, a lot of safety tech built into this one as well, with all of Toyota's new technology, which we really like. But that is enough for this short drive. I do hope to get one of these on our home turf for a longer term test, where we will go through our full battery of tests and we can really see how it rides on our rough road test. We can test acceleration, do our full battery of tests. You can be sure and see that video when it drops by hitting the subscribe button down below and ringing the bell so you are notified when future videos drop from us. Find us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube. Everything is at GT Garage Talk, or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com. But as for me, behind the wheel of the 2026 Toyota RAV4 Limited, until next time, gearheads, bye.